welcome to Oracle Code Berlin. I'm your host Javed Mohammed here at Oracle DevLive, and I have as my guest today Frank Nimphius. Did I pronounce that reasonably right?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay,
Nimphius is correct.
Okay, who's a senior principal product manager based out of Düsseldorf right here in Germany. So Frank, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. So I'm really excited about your presentation today. You're going to be talking about chatbots, and I was just looking at the description that was in the program, and it was interesting that you actually had a quote in there from War Games.
Yeah.
And in fact, I just went back and Googled it or YouTubed it because I remember it was a very interesting film. So it's interesting how times change, and we kind of come full circle with all of the things going on with North Korea and some of the things kind of going on there. So, just are you a science fiction fan?
Well, no, I just happen to be old enough to know that movie, and you know, as I think mankind always had kind of envisioned artificial intelligence to assist people in their jobs or provide them services, and that movie came to my mind when I was preparing for a conference, and then it happened to be your conference here. Though I'm not showing that movie in my talk, I just used that as an example, and yeah, as you said, 30 years after the movie, we have the technology in place, and now we can really chat to machines.
Okay, so there was a mention, I think I was talking to Reggie Lewis earlier, who did the keynote, so I think he actually gave a small demonstration of a chatbot. In his case, it was like trying to get buying tickets for the Golden State Warriors, and kind of the conversation proceeding from there. So just kind of give us a backdrop about where are we at in the life cycle of a chatbot.
Right, yeah, so actually Reggie's gave the typical American pitch, which is sports and beer. So I'm going a little bit deeper into the technology, so I'm not just presenting on chatbots. Of course, I will introduce chatbots, will give my opinion, of course, because there's a lot of people that write about chatbots, but I think opinion really matters. What are the use cases? When is it good to have a chatbot? When is it better to have a mobile application? So I cover that in my presentation as well, and then I go a little bit more into the details of machine learning, artificial intelligence. I go into programming a chatbot. How do you do that on the Oracle platform? So what Regis did was kind of scratching the surface of what my talk is. So it's kind of a warm-up that he did.
Got it. And again, I'm not asking you to kind of think of this as kind of more of as a trailer for your presentation.
Yes.
But just give us a little sneak peek into that one. You talked about things that cases where it does make sense to go with a chatbot, other cases where perhaps it more fits for mobile application. So how do you kind of discern between what makes sense where?
Yeah, so the easiest way to put that is that if you think about the task, the duration of the task that you're trying to complete, and then of course the audience that you want to reach. So these are two different criteria of whether you want a mobile application or if you want to have a chatbot. So let's go with the time spent. So if you have a task that really lasts for 5, 6, 7 minutes, then probably you need to have a richer UI than a chatbot. A chatbot really is kind of an interaction between a user and a service just through the conversational interface, because that's all that it is. It's just an API, an interface to an application. Now the second is if you're a business or if you have a business and you have loyal customers, now those customers are very likely to download your mobile application, so you can give them additional services as just a quick ping for an answer. However, if you're dealing with young customers, those young customers, they are living in their own world, and this world is dominated with messaging apps. Yeah, so if you go with public transportation, you sit there, you see what they're doing. They're not chatting; they're just kind of typing, texting all the time. So it's a different audience that you want to reach, and that is the way the use case would come in. Also in the keynote, we had it that they said, or actually they talked about API-first development. Now this is all what it comes down to. So in the past, you built the user interface, and then for that user interface, you just deployed it. Now today, you build the functionality as an API, and then you hook as many interfaces to it as you can. So that could be a web application, mobile application, or a chatbot now. So a chatbot is just another channel into your business.
Got it. So what I kind of got from what you shared is both duration or time and the audience that counts in terms of which way you kind of sway.
Right. Yeah. It also has to do with what many people bring as an argument that people don't want to install too many applications. I don't know how many applications you have on your mobile. I only have the absolute minimum of what I really need.
I'm the same. I'm of the same personality, I guess. Maybe it's all related to war games.
Yes. So, and basically this means competition. Yeah. So there's a lot of applications out there in the app stores. So how do you manage that your application will be downloaded? So loyal customers is one way to do it, but if you want to reach out to customers that you don't know, that you don't have yet, then the easiest way would be to meet them where they are, and that is all on a chat application. Yeah.
I think one of the things that Reggie touched upon in his presentation was that just like for me to come here, for each airline, you don't really, it kind of becomes very cumbersome to download each airline's app, just because all you want to do is just check in.
Exactly.
So it's so I think being able to consolidate it through artificial intelligence and messenger and all of these things kind of seems to make
questions like,
much more sense.
Is my departing flight delayed? So why do I want to open up a mobile application for that? There's no reason for that. So that is a service that you can provide on the mobile channel. But others as well, like booking a hotel room, canceling a hotel room. Why not? Because these are kind of 1, 2, 3 step kind of actions. So it doesn't require a large interaction with a mobile application.
Got it. And then, as I know you're going to be going deep into this in your presentation. So how does kind of Oracle play into this whole chatbot part of it?
Good that you ask. Well, Oracle builds a cloud service that allows you to build as many chatbots as you want. And everything is kind of predefined for you, so all of the artificial intelligence, all of the machine learning stuff, so you don't have to learn this by heart, you don't have to code to APIs for that. This is all provided, and you really focus on the code that matters and not more. So you just build the interaction that you want, and everything else is provided by Oracle. And we're looking for this year to release that cloud service, and then you just sign up to that cloud service and you build your chatbots, and it just get you going.
Okay, Frank, so it sounds like a very exciting presentation. Just for the people who are here, what time is your presentation?
It's 10 minutes past 2 p.m.
10 minutes past 2 p.m. So for
right
those
after lunch.
For the folks who are here, grab your lunch and check out Frank's presentation.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you so
welcome
much.
to join.
Thank you so much for coming by. And
thank you for having me again.
And all the best with the presentation.
Thanks.